We have a flash flood watch in effect here, but flash flood warning once you head into San Antonio, Austin, near New Braunfels. Let me show you what's going on right now. So you can see across portions of 45 northbound. I'm talking Montgomery County, Walker County. I'm going to zoom on in. You can see from Plantersville, again, crossing over 45. Here's Willis, New Waverly, and then, of course, northeast of town. We actually have some heavier rainfall rates indicated by the orange and the red. At this point, this is kind of the first wave of energy, and then we're going to notice even a stronger upper level disturbance pushing through by this afternoon. So even if right now you are currently, let's say, in Galveston, Brazoria County, even inside the loop, inside the Beltway, you're probably not seeing a whole lot of rain. It's just a matter of time. Let me show you what I'm tracking. Still well west of town. So this is what I've been monitoring here over the past couple of hours. And notice we still have those strong squall-like storms here set up from San Antonio through New Braunfels, right through Austin, and that's actually going to head eastward. So we're going to keep our eye out on that. That's where some of those real heavy rainfall rates could start to move in. Southerly winds, which are really on the breezy side, you can see the convergence here, which those winds are trying to wrap around out of the north. That's where you can see where the boundary is set up. You can also see some rain-cooled air. Temperatures in the 60s, College Station, Brenham, Huntsville, everyone else in the 70s. Because we're warm and humid, that's what's going to give us the energy for these strong storms later today. I'll talk more about that coming up next. Ray, I'll send it back to you.
All right, we'll see then. Thanks, Cheetah. The Houston Fire Department is on standby this afternoon. They have a high water vehicle ready just in case we get hit with heavy rain and then flooding, of course. And 3 stations have these military-grade vehicles in place. In Austin, though, heavy rain overnight and rising water. The soggy ground even caused problems for some buildings there, like this one here, where the side of the complex buckled in North Austin. Well, there have been high water rescues in San Antonio as the water rose there. Since last night, there have been 9 reports of those rescues. Sue Kalberg has more from San Antonio on what to look out for in high water.
This is Sue Kalberg reporting in San Antonio. I am on Almas Creek in the Almas Basin. When I got here about 15 or 20 minutes ago, the water level had not even reached the bottom of that gate. It was well below the stop sign. So we've had a rise of about 6 or 8 inches just in the last 15 or 20 minutes. The water is still falling from the sky. The water levels are still coming up. We have had first responders responding to high water calls as fast as they can put them out today. And not only responding one time, but people continue to call in these vehicles that are stuck in high water. So we're wasting a lot of time and manpower responding to areas with just cars stuck in the high water. The signs that they put out, the advice that they give has never been more important. Turn around, don't drown. The other thing to remember, they say, on a day like this, is that the navigation system in your phone is not giving you real-time data. A lot of the flooded low water crossings are not in your phone navigators. So you have to remember that if you're relying on Siri for directions, if you're in an area that you don't know, it's always a good idea that if you can't see the roadway, don't take a chance, because that's what's happening here. We've had dozens of high water rescue calls, and the first responders are just hoping that people will take their advice and turn around, don't drown. This is Sue Kalberg reporting on the Almas Basin. Back to you.
That is great advice. Of course, we are watching the storms for you throughout the day, and you can download the KHOU app from the App Store. 2 Houston police officers are among 22 people charged with money laundering. They're accused of taking part in an illegal gambling operation in Chinatown. These officers here have now resigned. As Michelle Choi reports, this sting was part of a year-long joint investigation with Houston Police and the District Attorney's Office.
Officials say they took down 5 game rooms in shopping centers like this one along Chinatown's Bel Air Boulevard. Here at Memory Cafe, now under new management, is where we're told the 2 ex-Houston cops took part in illegal operations. This unassuming shop, now taken over by new owners, is where officials say former Houston police officers Larry Wynn and Wee Lee allegedly helped this guy, Tim Bowe, the former owner of this cafe, take part in an illegal gambling operation. The 2 ex-officers have now formally been charged with money laundering. They haven't been arrested yet, but they're in the process of surrendering. Officials say Wynn and Lee allegedly did everything from buying fancy cars on Bowe's behalf, helping dirty money look clean so that Bowe wouldn't get caught using illegal funds by authorities. Both quit the force this February after being confronted with the allegations. They're just 2 of 22 people charged with taking part in illegal game room operations here in Chinatown. This is part of a year-long sting operation by the Houston Police Department and the Harris County DA's office, who say illegal game rooms often breed to more crime in communities, so taking them down is crucial.
This is an ongoing issue for people in Houston. We know that Chinatown and that the Asian community in general has suffered a series of robberies and violent crimes in their area. And we hope that by investing the resources in investigations like this one, that we can make a measurable difference.
You know, when police officers engage in criminal activity, they are not only violating the penal code statutes or the statutes, the criminal statutes, they're violating their oath of office. And to those out there, critics that would say that police departments do not hold themselves accountable, they don't hold their officers accountable, you don't need any more proof than this. You know, we didn't just look the other way.
Harris County DA Kim Ogg says more than $2.3 million were seized during the operation, and that 4 out of the 5 illegal game rooms have since been shut down. We're told one of those ex-cops even allegedly bought a Lamborghini through the Houston Police Federal Credit Union. If convicted, those 2 ex-Houston police officers could face anywhere between 5 years to life in prison. In Chinatown, Michelle Choi, KHOU 11 News.
All right, check this out. This video of a big rig full of pecans going up in flames overnight. This happened on North McCarty Street in East Houston. We're told the driver had just parked when the truck overheated and caught fire. Wow, look at that. He got out safely. No one else was hurt. The search continues for this man who's accused of shooting a Conroe officer during a traffic stop. Take a look. Police say as the officer walked up to Raymond Lynch's Lexus, Lynch pulled out a gun and fired several shots. The officer was not hit and fired back, but Lynch sped away. His Lexus was later found abandoned on fire in the woods. If you know where he is, please call Conroe Police.